Good morning.
Good morning. What would you like to talk about?
Well, a couple of weeks, I want to see how you, I'm going to tell you an experience, and then I'd like to hear your experience of it. So a few weeks ago, around dusk, after dusk, so it was dark out, we were both working, and the electricity went off. And there was a big storm, remember?
Yeah.
And no more internet, no more working, and no light. The lights went out. And it was a really interesting experience for me because it was kind of like a relief, like, oh good, I don't have to work. There's nothing I can do about this. So there was a relief, but at the same time, we had no light, and so we weren't prepared. We didn't have a plan B. We had to hunt around for candles and flashlights and all of that. So and it's been decades since either of us have lived in a place where the electricity goes off.
Yeah.
So it was a really interesting, unexpected kind of a aha, feeling that relief. That's the only word I have for it in my body of, oh, good, I can stop.
I didn't have a sense of relief. I just had a sense of, what do I do?
Yeah.
Now we're in a new house, and we didn't know where the flashlights and the camping equipment was, somewhere in the garage. And then it continued, 45 minutes, hour and a half or something. And what do you do? There was nothing to do.
Right, there was nothing to do.
Yeah. So it's an interesting space, because if you look at it, what's your plan B? What do you do if the lights go out? And in a lot of ways, if you kind of magnify that into what do you do in life when life starts to shift around on you?
When something unexpected happens.
Yeah. So how does that play out for you?
Well, I didn't have a plan B, so the next week I got candles.
That's good.
Yes, and I discovered where the matches were. So I think that is covered. So if the electricity goes out again, we'll just know what to do.
Yeah, but what do you do in life when all of a sudden everything starts to shift around? Like right now, everything is shifting around. So how do you make an adjustment? Or do you just sit in the dark?
I think what would be helpful would be to have a plan B in place already. And I don't know that it could be very specific, like the lights go out or because you can't really predict what's going to happen in your life. But having some kind of plan would be helpful, but I don't know how to make that plan if you don't know what the situation's going to be.
Well, in a way, you don't plan for everything. All of a sudden your husband, wife dies. You didn't plan that, and now you're in a circumstance. But what happens when you start to really step back? See, what I'm watching is a lot of people are in motion in their life, and if you really stop and say, "Is this the life you want to live?" It's like, well, no, but it's what I've got. And then if you go deeper, it's like, well, okay, why don't you think about what you want to do? And the answer generally is, well, I never thought I could think about what to do. I'm so much in my... But what if there's an interruption of some nature? What if somehow, look at people in the southern United States, all of a sudden, 2 hurricanes in a row within 2 weeks, devastating hurricanes, each one by itself, and 2 of them.
Or the fires in Southern California.
Or in Northern
Colorado.
California, yeah. So what happens, you can step back and go, okay, I'm going to plan for a fire, I can plan for a flood, but there are things that are going on in your life that are simply, they kind of, like the frog in the boiling water.
Right.
All of a sudden this is irritating, but I'll be okay with it. And then it's a little more irritating, but I'll be okay with it. And, I'm really getting annoyed at those people, but I'll be okay with it. So pretty soon you're up here in this hot zone of your anger, your resentment, your jealousies, your irritations, and I'm not happy. So so like right now, the question is, what's your plan B? I don't have one. Okay, what's going to be your plan B.
Well, and when we wait until the water's boiling, we're so engulfed in the situation, we don't have the neutrality to step back and say, what's my plan B? What do I want to do? Because a person could be in reaction mode all the time.
Right, right. And when you're in that reaction mode, you're in reaction mode. So somebody can say, have you considered, you might be able to do this, and it's like, screw you, reaction mode. But in fact, that was the answer.
Yeah.
But I can't hear it. I'm so much in my motion of things. That's what Mastering Alchemy is really all about right now, is how do you simply find neutral, take a breath, and that one concept of I'm fine, and I have stuff. Here's my stuff, I'm fine. So once you can get to I'm fine, then you can realize I'm not my stuff, which is the boiling water consuming type thing. But it really right now, it's what's the plan B? What if? You just watched, let's just play this out for not the good or bad side of it, but what if that insurrection of the United States Congress worked?
Right.
Not politics. What if it worked? The disruptive nature to the underlying structure, and then people's belief systems. Democracy is just a given. No, it's not. What if it was interrupted?
Well, even with the whole COVID thing, that was a red heron. That was like
Black Swan.
Black Swan.
Yeah.
There's another one.
That's
red herring.
That works.
Nobody was expecting that.
No.
And so nobody had a plan B.
No, and if you look around, again, without making it good or bad, you look around at how everybody has reacted or run around in different places to the place where they could just simply get into some really out on the edge responses, like, no, I'm not taking a vaccine because. Now, if you're not going to take it, fine, know why you're not going to take it. But those weren't the reasons. It was like, nope, I'm not going to be on your side.
Yeah.
That's not a plan B. That's a reactionary reality, So in a way, this is a unique, good conversation, because what is your plan B? So you've got this, many people watching this are part of Mastering Alchemy free lectures, whatever it may be. But we're saying really clearly, we're shifting from what was to something that's going to be different. And that something going to be different has two components to it. One is, if I stop and decide what is it about me and how do I be available to support other people and enjoy my well-being and create a place of having for myself and those around me, not from a selfish taking advantage of, just from simply, what would I like my life to look like? And the other side is that whole 3D level that is going to stay in the transition, the reactionary mode, and is going to be challenging. So, how do you choose? But right now would be a good time to basically say, what happens if the lights go out? I don't have a flashlight. In our case, we're on a street that homes are being built out. There's a handful of people here. We don't know them.
Well,
coronavirus is basically
isolated.
So it's like, here we are, kind of in the woods, in a grouping of homes that are being built and people we don't even know, and no flashlight.
Right.
It was a flashlight thing that was really a problem.
Yeah.
So what do you do? How do you stop?
Well, and it's not a I'm going to create a plan B because I'm in fear.
Oh, absolutely, right.
It's okay, let's pretend the lights go out. Let's pretend the pandemic goes for another year.
Yeah.
Let's pretend the car breaks down.
Yeah.
What do you do when you get a flat tire?
Yeah.
So getting a flat tire is a good example, because we all think, okay, do I have my jack? Do I have my plugs? Do I have what I need in the car for when the battery dies or when the...
Yeah, let's just start there. When was the last time you looked at do I have a jack?
Right.
Or do I have chargers?
Yeah.
Well, cars don't break down. They just work. So nobody knows how to fix a car. You couldn't fix a car if you knew how to fix a car because of the electronics.
Yeah.
But that point is really well taken. What do you do? Let's go another place. We sold one of our 2 cars because we didn't need 2 cars.
Right.
But all of a sudden, what happens if you or me are out there and something happens.
Like you go for a bicycle ride, you put the bike in the car, you drive someplace, you go for a bicycle ride. What happens if your bike tire blows and you're in the middle of nowhere? You have your cell phone, but I can't come get you
Exactly.
because
What do you
you've
do?
got the car. What do you do? And
Yeah. So, I mean, those things, that's very real part of, oh, I never thought about that. Well, I guess the conversation is really about step back, take a breath. What goes on in my life that I would like to make sure I understand what happens if X, Y, Z happens?
Right.
And how do I basically plan for that?
what's your plan B?
Yeah, plan B. So,
Let's have breakfast.
okay,
Let's have eggs.
eggs. Okay. All right. Enjoy your plan B development. Let us know how it's unfolding. Or you let me know how your plan B is unfolding. So, have a good day.